I spend my free time volunteering as a guard here in Stormwind. One day, as I was patrolling Old Town, I was accosted by a demon hunter. In his arrogance, he proudly stated that he had sacrificed everything to fight the Legion. He then proceeded to ask me what I had sacrificed. I stood there staring at the Night Elf for several long seconds, then sighed deeply. I asked him to walk with me. We moved to a secluded spot nearby, and I motioned for him to sit. As he did so, I sat across from him. I gently placed my sword and shield as I do now. Selenia Wolfwood slowly unsheathes her weapon and places it and her shield against the side of the gazebo. You ask me about sacrifice, I echoed to him. I will tell you about sacrifice. I then proceeded to remove the knight's helm, tabard, and chestplate to show him what I meant. Selenia Wolfwood slowly takes off her helmet, and her eyes betraying a world weariness about them. Selenia Wolfwood gently removes her tabard and folds it up, placing it next to the helmet and weapon. Selenia Wolfwood very slowly unclasps her chest piece, wincing in pain, and removes it. Underneath can be seen bandages drenched in blood, some fresh from recent battle and some dried and caked from times long ago. Her exposed upper body is covered with scar upon scar, barely any untouched flesh visible. This is what I showed him. Do you see these? I asked the Illidari. These scars are reminders of all that I have sacrificed so that others didn't have to. You speak of sacrifice, but I have given all I have in the defense of others. I have seen countless brothers and sisters perish on the battlefield, some barely old enough to carry a sword. I keep these marks as a constant reminder of why I do what I do. I could let the wounds heal, but it would do a disservice to the memories of those I honor. You speak of sacrifice, but have you really given everything to your cause? I have fought practically non-stop for decades, never letting my faith waver. Yet I still feel my connection to the light waning. I took this time to let what I have said to sink in, stopping briefly to let out a long, drawn-out sigh. I am past my prime. It takes a lot out of me to call out to that which I spent my entire life pursuing. I should have retired years ago, but I haven't. I should have laid down my arms and settled down. But I haven't, because I'm not done sacrificing. I sacrificed a chance at happiness, of love, of a peaceful life, so that others didn't have to make it themselves. I have sacrificed much of my time here on Azeroth, but I have to ask you one thing, Illidari. What have you sacrificed? Long drawn-out moments passed as we just sat there looking at each other. Finally, without word, he stood up and walked away. I do not know if my words resonated at all with him, nor do I know where he went afterwards. I have not seen the demon hunter since that fateful day. Selenia Wolfa slowly bends down to pick up her gear. Thank you for listening to this old lady's ramblings.